you given 10 grand or you had 10 grand saving in it, you didn't know what to do with it, here's what I would say. Emergency fund, education. Your emergency fund can double as like a down payment or cash reserves for a house hack. And I would immediately begin saving to have separate emergency fund and cash reserves. So if 10 grand is 6 months of your living expenses or close to it, I would leave it there. That's your emergency fund. You can then turn around and read some books, like all the other stuff I said about education and figuring out what you want out of life. That's where I put my effort. As far as the down payment cash reserves, here's where I'm going with that. Let's say you want to buy a fourplex. You're a service member, you're a veteran. You can use the VA loan. Put zero down. You use that 10K. A little bit of it would be your closing costs, depending on your closing costs, and you can get the seller to cover those. So you might be able to get in for zero. And then that 10,000 will just be a cash reserve in case of HVAC or anything else. And eventually what you want to do is you want to get to a place where you've got 6 months of an emergency fund and then also like 10 grand in cash reserves for that property, which you'll be able to do quite fast considering that you were paying for a mortgage or rent and now you're living for free or close to it. So just save what you would have been paying in rent into that cash reserves. There's your $10,000.